The stakes were incredibly high, as the agreement stated that if Bruce lost, he would have to close his school forever. He looked the messengers in the eye and agreed to every condition because his confidence in his own skill was absolute. The stage was now set for a secret battle that would eventually change the entire course of martial arts history. This historic encounter did not take place in a grand arena, but within the humble, cramped walls of Bruce's private dojo. Only a few select witnesses were allowed inside the room, standing as silent observers to a moment of pure intensity. The silence in the small space was so heavy that the sound of each person's heartbeat seemed to echo like a drum. Wong Jack Man stood in his traditional kung fu attire, holding a poised and calculated stance that commanded great respect. Bruce Lee removed his shirt, revealing a physique that was lean, muscular, and coiled like a spring ready to explode. Both fighters watched each other with piercing eyes, waiting for the slightest movement to signal the start of the war. This was far more than a simple match. It was a violent collision between two vastly different philosophies of combat. The referee gave the signal, and in that instant, the heavy silence was shattered by the sound of sudden explosive movement. Everyone present knew that they were watching the birth of a legend, though the outcome remained uncertain in that moment. As the fight began, Bruce Lee unleashed a series of attacks with a level of speed that was almost impossible to follow. He utilized the rapid-fire punches of the Wing Chun style, raining blows upon Wong Jack Man with relentless and fierce energy. Wong tried his best to use his longer reach to keep Bruce at a distance, but the pressure was overwhelming for him. The speed of Bruce's movements was so great that the witnesses could only see the blurred shadows of his flying fists. The sound of strikes cutting through the air filled the room as Bruce fought with the raw ferocity of a hungry tiger. Wong struggled to maintain his balance under the constant barrage, realizing that Bruce was unlike any opponent he had faced. The intensity of those opening moments was so frightening that the spectators held their breath in total and complete shock. Bruce proved that his training was not merely for show, but a functional weapon designed to dismantle an opponent quickly. With every passing second, the ferocity of the encounter grew, pushing both men to the absolute limits of their endurance. When Wong Jack Man realized he could not withstand the direct pressure of Bruce's attacks, he began to move away rapidly. He started running around the room, attempting to evade the straight-line strikes that Bruce was continuously throwing at him. This tactic frustrated Bruce, who wanted a brave and direct confrontation rather than a game of